What is up, guys? Hope you're doing well. Sneaking in this video on a Sunday night so that I don't miss a day. 2 months in to these daily videos, and I have not missed a day yet. Except I think technically one time the video took like 8 hours to upload, so it got uploaded the next calendar day. But hey, I'm legit, all right. I'm a daily. All right, y'all. Jeez. I want to share a testimony of a way that God has sozoed me, which, if you missed the beginning of this series, sozo just means saved, healed, delivered, a way that He has changed me, transformed my life. And that is in the area of my rebellion. I grew up very rebellious. In retrospect, I probably had ODD, meaning I think it's occupational defiant disorder, or maybe operational. I think occupation. Anyways, a disorder that is marked by defiance towards authority figures. Let me make it most simple for you guys since it's late on a Sunday. Basically, I took pleasure and delight and insisted on getting under the skin of my authorities, defying their authority, refusing to submit to, acknowledge, respect their authority. I was also very nice. So, I wasn't a typical troublemaker because I was trying to manipulate everything in my favor, be a good kid when it needed to be good, but still operating as my own independent decision maker and refusing to receive discipline very well. And so, literally, guys, it was my goal to not show remorse. I insisted on, I was like, if I don't act sorry, if I don't show remorse, I win. I am thinking about some elementary school and early middle school settings where I got silent lunch, which was a punishment in my school. So you had to sit at a table by yourself on the far end of the cafeteria, and you weren't allowed to talk during lunch. And even though I was, 50 feet or maybe more away from anyone, it was just close enough where people could still make out my facial expressions. I'm like, I know every now and then someone's gonna be looking over me, and I'm just gonna do something to make them laugh, to show that I'm having a good time, to show that to act as if I would rather have silent lunch than be there with my friends. Man, thank you for letting me have silent lunch. That was so fun. What a great experience. Just little dweebish, jerkish stuff like that was just insisting on not being sorry, and not being sorry for things that I would do to, intentionally aggravate authorities. And so I think it's probably just an attention problem. Didn't, I've shared before how, parents were working a lot when I was super little, so that could be a piece of it too. ADHD could be a piece of it, but it's no amount of attention was enough for me. I was going to keep acting up to try to get more. And so, some literally Sunday morning before Sunday school, I'm plotting what can I do during class that would really distract and destroy the plan for this class. Even all the way through 8th grade, this is such a boyish and immature story, but I'm trying to help paint the picture. And so my 8th grade middle school was in a portable building, so there's 10 kind of pop-up buildings, kind of like trailer homes, but school buildings. And anyways, I get sent outside, and I don't know what happened. I don't think I was outside for very long, so I don't know if it was just go take a minute or something like that. Or maybe I might have literally said, I don't know. I might have said I need to fart, and then she told me to go outside, to do it outside. and I'd said that out loud to make people laugh in the first place. Regardless, I end up outside and I know that the teacher's upset with me, and I literally press my butt up against the portable building and rip this big fart because I know they're going to be able to hear it inside. So I walk back in and everyone's cracking up, and the teacher's like, she's trying to cut my throat with her eyes like laser beams. It's true. Like, she's so mad, and I'm just like playing innocent, like not sure what's going on, just like take my seat, and I'm like waiting for someone to tell me what's so funny. And anyways, that was not the only run-in I had with this particular teacher, but these little things that are kind of in some ways innocent, but they're not actually innocent, but in some ways harmless, but they're not actually harmless, like stealing things, lying about things, just doing things to be a distraction. I did that so much, guys, so much, but God deliver me. I don't do that anymore. Like, you would hope that I don't do that anymore to that extreme, but literally, like, kind of a 180 turnaround through Taekwondo. Taekwondo, guys. I started saying yes, sir, and no, sir. And I remember this one day at class where, whatever, there's this little kicking pad, and you're supposed to do this jump kick and kick it. And I asked the instructor, like, can you scoot back a little bit? And I got sent straight to the office, and I was being talked to like I was a bad kid. And I'm like, I actually wasn't trying to be bad in this moment. I wasn't trying to be funny or to distract or to rebel. And I'm getting in trouble, and I was just crying because I'm like, like, what happened? Like, it was too close. Like, but anyways, the head instructor came in and was like, basically, don't you ever say anything because you don't know anything. It wasn't too close. It was where it's supposed to be. And I'm like, geez, this is a different type of system in here. Like, I've never really been this intentionally disciplined. Like, I got spanked all growing up, but even then I would still try to like laugh or try to like act like it didn't hurt, or just like not really change my ways. And maybe sometimes the spanking came maybe they were too few. I maybe should have gotten hit harder, or maybe just if it could have happened sooner to the action, instead of like I do something at 10 a.m. and at 6 p.m. I'm getting spanked. But for right away something to be corrected and harshly in a way that I didn't even mean wrong, but my well-meaning story didn't matter. I was used to, like, if I have a good story, if I have an excuse, I could probably get myself out of the punishment. But I was getting punished, and that was just one moment. But I was in Taekwondo for about a year and a half. That structure, and just getting older probably too, God just really used those things to help get me out of rebelling against authority and help me to be like a normal person, like the rest of you guys are, you But seriously, coming into high school too, just psychologically, something just shifted. Like, I need to be serious now. I need to like be responsible. So I like didn't do bad things, and I wasn't disrespectful. And even if I did something wrong, like, I would take ownership for it. I wouldn't try to blame or try to like create a story. Like if I didn't have my homework, for example, I wasn't making a big scene anymore. I wasn't being a big immature distraction on purpose. Well, now to think about it, there were a couple times. But by and large, not really. But if I did, like, I would own it, and receive the punishment. And teachers really respected that. Of like, I'm sorry, I didn't, like, I wanted to get it done. I didn't get it done. Like you can fail me, like, instead of like, please. I learned that authorities a lot of times don't really like all the excuses. And again, that was just one way that that kind of shifted where I stopped being so rebellious, and instead of trying to push authorities away, like respecting them, leaning into them, allowing them to use their authority over me by clearly communicating what I've done wrong, if I've ever done anything wrong, but also by much more often doing things right and just respecting their decision making and stuff like that. So I'm thankful for that, because ultimately, if you're not a good follower, you're probably not going to be a good leader. And so I'm just thankful that God has helped me in this area, healing me from rebellion and allowing me to be subject to others' authorities and allow myself to feel the ramifications of their decisions. Even as an adult, guys, most people be acting like I was when I was in middle school when it comes to their leaders, their boss, their parents, their government, their what else? Who else is their pastor? Shoot, people don't really like when someone else is trying to be the authority, right? No one's rebellious like I was, except that they're just as independent as I was. Not everyone. Anyways, I'm not trying to roast anybody today. I'm trying to testify. I got free. I respect people's authority now because I got healed from my rebellion. Thank you, Lord. That's all I got for y'all today. Life is worship. God is love.